dear students. I welcome you all for the Spoken English Certificate Program. Today, we are going to study one of the very important topics of English grammar, which we call as conjunctions. Now, you'll tell me why is this an important topic? I'll give you an example. Had there been no conjunctions, you would be forced to express every complex idea in a series of short and simplistic sentences. Like, for example, if I say, I like cooking, I like eating, I don't like washing dishes afterwards. Now, here there are three sentences which I used one by one. Now, if I have a linking word or if I have a joiner, in that case, it can be easy for me to write down these sentences. Like I would write, I like cooking and eating, but I don't like washing dish afterwards. So what has happened here? For two phrases or for two sentences to be joined together, we have used and, we have used but. So such sentences which connect two phrases, which connect two sentences or clauses or words together, such sentences are known as conjunctions. So today we are going to study this in detail. So we'll have a spoken tutorial at the start, then we'll have an assignment which you'll all have to do it, and last you'll have to appear for the test to know how much you have understood about conjunctions. So as I just told you, conjunctions are nothing but they are the parts of speech, one of the very important parts of speech, which is used as a joiner for words or phrases or clauses in a particular sentence. So why are they said to be an important function? That's because they join other words and phrases together. Now, without conjunctions, we could only make very, very simple sentences. Correct? So, example as I just told you, but, yet, and, or, because, all these are the types of conjunctions. Now, when you talk about an example further, she bought a shirt and a book. Had there been no conjunction, I would have to say she bought a shirt, she bought a book. Right? So, and when it is used here, it becomes easy to join these two sentences together. I sent him a letter, he did not respond. So, when I have used but, it is I sent him a letter, but he did not respond. Moving ahead, now what do conjunctions look like? Now, conjunctions basically are either single word conjunctions like and, but, yet, because, and they are also compound conjunctions. Okay, that is as long as, provided that, in order to, even if, right? So these are the two basic formats of a conjunction. So he came here so that you can meet him. He bought a laptop as well as a bag for it. So what do these conjunctions actually go? Okay, so that we'll be able to understand with the help of the types of conjunctions. Now basically there are two types of conjunctions. That is where we actually use these conjunctions. The first one is the coordinating conjunctions, which we also called as the coordinators. Now what do these actually do? They always come between the words or clauses that they join. That is, they try to join two or more equal items. So a coordinating conjunction is generally a kind of conjunction which joins parts of a sentence that are grammatically equal or correct. Okay, so if I want to say I like tea and coffee, so it's joining here two words with the help of and. He plays tennis and soccer. Again, and. He works quickly but accurately. But. Right? So they always come between the words or the clauses that they join. And in case when a coordinating conjunction joins independent clauses, it is always correct to place a comma before the conjunction. So you can see the third example. You'd better do your homework or you'll get a terrible grade. Now here the coordinating conjunction is or. Now why is this a coordinating conjunction? Because it is joining an independent clause with a dependent clause. Right? So in this case, or is nothing but the coordinating conjunction. And here whenever we have a a coordinating conjunction joining an independent clause, you always need to have a comma placed before the conjunction. So before or I have placed a comma, so that makes the sentence more precise. Now these coordinating conjunctions are of 7 types. Now there are 7 coordinating conjunctions which we use in English grammar, which we call as fanboys. Okay, now what are these fanboys? These fanboys are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. I'll repeat again. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So these are the 7 coordinating conjunctions which are extensively used in English grammar. Moving ahead, we have a correlative conjunctions. Now these are also known as the couple conjunctions. Okay, now why couple conjunctions? Because they never come individually, they always come in pair. Okay, and they are used in pairs to coordinate 2 items. So for example, you can see here whenever we use sentences like either or. So I either I like coffee, or I have tea. I don't have both. Okay, I neither know to read nor I know to write. So here when these conjunctions are placed, they are placed in pairs. We do not take them individually. So such conjunctions which join the sentences or which join the phrases in pairs are known as correlative conjunctions. So both and, either or, not only, neither nor, but also, all these are the correlative conjunctions. Moving ahead, we have the subordinating conjunctions. Now, subordinating conjunction is also known as a subordinator. Now, it joins a dependent clause to the main clause. Now, before we move ahead, let's understand what are these independent and dependent clauses. See, independent clause or independent sentence is one जो अपने आप में ही complete होता है. Once you read the sentence, you are able to understand कि ये सेंटेंस का मीनिंग है, मतलब आगे यू डोंट गेट एनी further doubt कि what next. So from there only you are able to understand. So if you see the third sentence, he goes jogging every morning. This is an independent sentence, correct? So here what actually happens is an independent sentence gives a meaning itself. When you need a dependent clause, okay, it is dependent on some other sentence to complete its meaning, so such sentences are known as dependent sentences or dependent clause. So he reads the newspaper, he finishes work. Okay, so here it's joining to either a dependent clause or a independent clause together. Such conjunctions are known as subordinating conjunctions. So as I told you, it always comes at the beginning of a subordinate clause. It introduces a subordinate clause. However, a subordinate clause can come before or after a main clause also. So if I say Ram went swimming although it was raining. Okay, so I can even put it like this. Although it was raining, Ram went swimming. Correct? So he reads newspaper after he finishes work. They went to bed since it was late. It was late is an independent clause. They went to bed is a dependent clause. Correct? As soon as the teacher arrived, they started work. So they started work is an independent clause. So here are some of the examples of the coordinating conjunctions, the correlative conjunctions, and the common subordinating conjunctions. All can have a look. I hope the topic is clear. We are finished with the spoken tutorial. There will be an assignment which will be shared with you. You need to fill it up, which will be followed by a test which you all need to appear. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.